BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for all your sports betting action. Baseball season is in full swing, and we're into the home stretch for NBA and NHL playoffs. And there's more ways to stay in on the action with the latest odds, news and scores, even live in-game betting while the games are being played. With the largest selection of odds on everything from the MLB, NHL, and UFC. And in between games, head over to the BetOnline Casino. All the top Vegas-style games, including poker and live casino action. So BetOnline, the game starts here. All right, so next one's from Sports Keto Wrestling's Brian Dunlap, SK100. What grade would you give Logan Paul's overall performance at WWE from his debut until now? Going from F to A+. By the way, did you hear the Stone Cold Steve Austin allegedly turned down $1 million to appear dressed up as the Prime Bottle mascot at WrestleMania 41? If WWE asked anyone from K100 to wear that outfit at Mania, what's the lowest offer you'd accept? P.S. How huge would it be for WWE to have Logan Paul versus Stone Cold as one of the main events of WrestleMania 42? That would not be a great main event. Logan Paul gets an A.
Yeah.
Logan Paul gets a solid A.
B+
for his performance so far, and I did not hear that about Steve Austin. It's alleged,
No. Logan Paul said it himself. That is confirmed.
Really?
If he's telling the truth, yeah.
Yeah, he said that. He'll never make money with us in the future, something like that.
Whatever.
Because he turned down the $1 million to dress.
Well, but he's Steve Austin. He doesn't need the money. He's gonna look. Right. It destroys his whole persona. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if it was a commercial and it was funny and, Steve has a sense of humor, but I don't think that's how you want to see him in WrestleMania, bro. He's a legend.
Yeah, exactly.
And I would give Logan Paul an A.
Yes. All right, next is from Brian Dunlap, a resident booker from New York, SK100. What grade do you give John Cena's heel turn so far? Vince Russo gave it an F, bro. Dr. Featherstone said probably a D, a generous D, but it's definitely a failing grade. EC3 said he gives it an A for effort because he doesn't want to bury WWE creative. After all, I might want a job there someday. Here's the YouTube video I'm referencing, but we don't have to listen to it. Featherstone also did some hindsight booking, saying Cena's heel turn should have happened at WrestleMania 41 instead of at Elimination Chamber. What do you think about that creative pitch? I'd also like to give Featherstone some credit. He named Bronson Reed as the right fit to join Seth Rollins' faction. Speaking of Featherstone, in the clip I sent you guys last week, Triple H referenced a report from Dr. Chris, who named Drew McIntyre to be the winner of the 2025 Men's Elimination Chamber match. Featherstone's prediction report was also mentioned in the K100 video I referenced about Cena's heel turn from a few months ago. The game referenced something for Dr. Chris. There's a good chance he also checked out K100 and kept tabs on dirt sheets. Well, I know this for a fact, is that Jeremy often shares clips from this show with the brass at WWE sometimes.
Really?
When it's what's relevant, yeah.
Right.
So used to, because there was some stuff that I was on I had a rant like years ago on the show where I was talking about how offended wrestlers are getting to social media, and like you got to have way thicker skin,
right?
And something like that because that was a thing back then, and so yeah, Jeremy's still a fan of the show, because he'll text me every now and then about some stuff we said, First of all, this Featherstone, bro, all these guys that I could, Brian, you included, Dunlop, I could give about booking prognostication. Like you guys that are trying to guess what's going to happen, all you're doing is it's not real. It's not like predicting the outcome of the Knicks Pacers series where the games are like legitimate sports competition. You're literally just trying to get in the heads of the writers and what the writers are going to write for the characters on the show. So I couldn't care less about this.
Yeah, but a lot of people do like it because they actually bet on it.
I know they do, which is kind of is weird because you're not really betting on
it doesn't matter. You're making money if you win.
Yeah, and okay, so if it's not the same as the Knicks or whatever.
You're not.
I know, bro, but you're a former wrestler. You're a former creative, so to you that doesn't mean just like me. But to a lot of people it does. Right. You know what I'm saying? What do you think, Joe?
Wouldn't that be the same as hardcore watching Sopranos, Game of Thrones, and going, I bet Tony's gonna kill the Steve Buscemi character, or I bet it's kind of like guessing and trying to analyze storylines on a TV show. Same thing with wrestling. I think Cena's going to turn heel because of this or whatever.
Well, everybody does it. We've done it on this show where we've said we think this is going to happen or that's going to happen. But to tell you the truth, and I think me and Disco are a lot alike in this. I'm more for the journey of the ride and finding out what's going to happen than trying to guess everything.
Right. You don't.
I
right.
want to enjoy it.
Yeah. I'm allowing the riders to intrigue me.
Right.
And if the you're giving me is not intriguing, I'm going to call it out. You know, like
Right.
so that's the way you do it. So it's like, but I will say this: I would give Cena heel turn a D.
Right.
And just for the simple fact that it's like, dude, it's like the WWE's really gotten away from what made them, what got them some momentum. Okay, which was taking your top guys and putting them constantly in segments throughout the show, like the Roman with the bloodline in the back, you know, like
Right.
a lot of like storyline
Judgment
content.
Day.
Right. So John
Sami
Cena,
Zayn.
bro, John Cena, all he does, if he's
Does a
on the
promo.
show, he comes out, cuts a promo, heals on the fans,
And leaves.
takes the finish from the guy he's going to be wrestling, gets laid down, that's it.
Right.
Like it's like rinse repeat. It's like it's not, you know what's going to happen every time he comes out on TV. There's like no intrigue. There's no, you know, it's like I'm a heel. Go ahead.
Okay, hear me out on this. I don't like the fact that he's blaming the people because the people always loved him. So,
Right.
oh, you guys on me, really? Or, you know, maybe when they were booing you that time, you know, like, because, you know, they knew that you were Vince's boy.
Right.
Right. But I didn't like that. You know, because Becky Lynch also used it. Right.
Right.
So, okay. But I'm going to give him a C, and I'm going to tell you why. Because the noise that made was really monumental.
Right.
You know, everybody knows who he is, and everybody was talking about it. Even shows you wouldn't even imagine were talking about it.
He was a 20-year babyface too.
Right.
Yeah, it's like
Right.
a guy
They
that
should have turned him a long time ago.
Right. When they were booing him. For
Right.
years, like
Right.
for your
How
top
about that?
babyface out
Right.
there getting on TV
Right.
and get booed for years, and like you guys kept us some babyface. Like, what
Right.
were you thinking? Like, you know, like,
The only thing I can think of, and this is the truth, is the guy was selling merch.
right.
That's a big
That's
thing.
the bottom line. If you're the promoter, like you drown out all the noise and look at the bottom and look at your
Right.
checkbook, and it's like you're
and,
making a
and
lot of
you're
money off
and
this.
you're
Right,
looking
yeah.
and you're thinking, wow, Cena. I'm just gonna say three names. Let's say they're baby faces, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bob Orton, Rey Mysterio, and Dominic.
Maybe Randy Orton.
Randy Orton, right?
Yeah, Rey Mysterio and Dominic, right?
Right. And he's outselling them. He's outselling everybody. You know,
Right.
by a wide margin, maybe. Right.
Right.
Why would you turn him?
Exactly.
Right.
If you want to continue
But
to
I've
make
always
money,
said,
right,
you know what I've always said?
What?
I don't know if you agree, if you guys agree with this. I've always said a good heel will also sell merch.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much as a baby, huh?
NWO, DX,
Right.
Flair.
Yeah.
Karrion Kross has the number one shirt right now.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's
Viral.
good. Good. Right. With hardly no TV exposure.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up? I just want to thank you guys for watching this clip. Don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And join our YouTube membership for hours and hours of exclusive, unedited, uncensored content. And being a member will help you get involved in our upcoming live streams. Thank you for your support. Thank you for riding with us. I know you got a lot of other podcast choices, be it wrestling or other ones. And thank you for picking us. Boom.